It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Thursday evening, October 2nd. A cold front on the way that could create some strong storms around here over the next 18 hours. And then the coolest air so far this season blowing in for the weekend. Let's check some of the Skycam shots around the network today. First off, coming from Birmingham, the sky mostly cloudy there. Pretty much the same story up in Walker County. That's our Skycam in downtown Jasper on top of the King Building. And some breaks in the overcast up in Huntsville, up in the Tennessee Valley. Got a cold upper trough coming out across the Great Plains, propelling a cold front this way and also kicking off a lot of severe storms north and west of Alabama. Now, around here, that was the radar at 158. We had some strong storms on the western side of the state. It's not raining everywhere. They're scattered. The organized storms in advance of the front, that comes in here after midnight tonight into tomorrow morning. This is like the pre-show, if you will. Temperatures are pretty warm, mostly mid-80s. Birmingham 84, but again, for the weekend, it's going to be a different story. We could see some upper 30s on that map early Sunday morning. Around the nation, very cold air back in the trough with temperatures only in the 40s. At mid-afternoon in places like Colorado and Wyoming and up in Montana, snow has been falling this morning up around Great Falls. A lot of severe weather watches. This is one of them off to the west. This is for parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas until 8 o'clock. And you can see watches blanket the whole region there from the Texas Hill Country up into southern Illinois. Those are mostly severe thunderstorm watches, by the way. The guys at SPC did put out a mesoscale discussion for extreme west Alabama, Mississippi, back into parts of Louisiana and Arkansas, indicating they don't expect a watch for the activity this afternoon. Now, this is the large slight risk area for today and late tonight. Keep in mind, this outlook runs through 7 a.m. tomorrow, and the guys at SPC have pulled the risk into north and west Alabama, basically along and north of Interstate 59. So Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Gadsden, and points north and west. And this is for stuff that comes in after midnight, really toward daybreak tomorrow. The storm should be weakening by then, but they still could produce some gusty winds and maybe some hail. The higher severe weather possibilities remain west of the state, basically centered on Arkansas and southern Missouri. And then tomorrow they have added a 5% circle. This is not a slight risk, no formal risk, but just the low-end 5% severe weather possibilities over about the northern half of the state for the storms that come through here tomorrow morning and early tomorrow afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on those. Remember, you know the old saying, when it comes to thunderstorms, expect the unexpected. QPF chart still got a bullseye of 2 inches around Athens up in Limestone County. We figure amounts down this way closer to 1/2 inch, but we'll take whatever we can get. It's been awfully dry. Let's go to modeling. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And this is at 500 millibars, very deep, vigorous trough digging down across the Great Plains. We'll go through some of the modeling in terms of the simulated radar. This is the projected radar at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, after midnight tonight. And you can see that the main line of storms in advance of the front at that point is coming into northwest Alabama. So this is going to be a middle-of-the-night thing. And they could pack a punch. They could be pretty strong. And the HER model also suggesting the chance of a few storms in advance of that main line. And they could be strong. And we'll check the severe weather parameters here in just a moment. Now, this is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, coming off the high-res NAM. And you can pretty much pick out the front. Scottsboro to Blunt Springs to Northport, and a band of storms right on the front. And then by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, all the activity is well to the south and east. So we're pretty comfortable. All of this should be out of here in time for the high school football games tomorrow night. All right, here's the synoptic scale look. And the deal is that the main surface low is way north of here in Canada. So that should lessen the risk of any tornado-type activity here. And look at the cold air advection. Man, that is cold. At 540 line down to Jefferson City, Missouri, howling north winds. Snow likely in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin. Goodness. Now, the severe weather possibilities tomorrow. This is the surface-based Cape at 1 o'clock. And yes, the air is unstable. This is suggesting the instability values might achieve 2,000 joules per kilogram up there in northwest Alabama in advance of the front. That is certainly sufficient for strong storms, but the helicity values are fairly marginal. You can see the really big numbers are way north of here. And the low-level jet, this is the wind about 5,000 feet off the ground, 20, 30 knots, and again, that's pretty marginal. So we'll watch these. Anything goes here. But again, the odds of a big organized severe weather day look fairly small. Saturday, it's going to be a different kind of day. Strong north winds, cobalt blue sky, cold air advection. The NAM is showing a high of 66. The GFS also showing a high of 66 for Birmingham. That'll be a huge difference. And we start the day Saturday down in the 40s, mid 40s likely. And this is Sunday. The wind goes calm. And Sunday morning should be our coldest morning with lows anywhere from 38 to 42. And yes, some upper 30s are very possible, if not likely, across parts of North Alabama. How about that? Monday of next week, we stay dry and pleasant. Then Tuesday, the model continues to insist another lobe of energy comes down the trough, producing showers. And since this run is even more aggressive than the one we showed you this morning, we'll go ahead and introduce a chance of rain showers on Tuesday of next week. Don't think it'll be a big rain event, but some folks may be getting wet at times. Wednesday, dry air returns, and Thursday looks like a nice day. That's a week from today. High would be around 80 and lows in the 50s. Just great early fall weather. All right, this is 4 days later, Monday, October 13th. Big trough over to the west, and that's a very active look right there. Looks like a warm front is passing through Alabama, deep surface low over Kansas. That might be a severe weather look if this happens, and this is in the land of voodoo out here. And then on the 18th, very cold air up north. That is really cold for mid-October, with that trying to creep in here with the cold front coming through. Temperatures for the next 15 days, the cold morning, Sunday morning, 39. Coming off the ensemble. Wow. That gets everybody's attention. And then after that, temperatures look about where they should be for this time of the year. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.